Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Bear, and today I'm super excited because I'm about to show you all of my tips and tricks for creating stage makeup looks like so. Supernatural look, everyday look, more glamorous, girly look, and I'm going to show you how to get these. But first, we need to talk about the supplies that you'll need to create the looks. So, there are 4 facial features, and there are specific supplies for each of those areas. So let's talk about facial feature number 1. That's going to be your whole face, all right, and the things that you need for that. You need to start off with base, which is also called foundation. So here's one option, a professional cream foundation by Ben Nye. You can get Mehron or another professional grade foundation. It's up to you. Comes in a wide variety of skin tones. If you don't have access to a professional one, walk down to Walmart or the grocery store and get you a stick foundation, which is the same consistency as this, but a fraction of the cost. If you still don't like this, you could use just your general liquid foundation. Perfectly acceptable and really inexpensive. So whichever route you go, just make sure that you're using the principles that you need to get the best look you can. Now, to apply these to your face, you have some different options. You can use a sponge like so. You could even get one of those super fancy blender sponges. You could use a foundation brush, which is what this is. I like my foundation brush for my everyday looks, but I don't really feel like it covers as well for the stage. So that's your base, your foundation. The next step would be contour and highlight. You can use a powder contour and highlight, which can be applied with a paintbrush like so, or even a blush brush. Perfectly okay. It's lunchtime. Then you could also use a stick contour and highlight that you can find at a grocery store, or the Ben Nye kit with the foundation came with a cream highlight and contour in it already. So if you use something like this, you're going to need to use a special brush, makeup brush like this, or you could use a paintbrush. All right, so highlight, contour. And when we're talking about the difference between this makeup brush and this one's a little bigger. They have them in a wide variety of sizes. They do the same thing. This is a lot cheaper. Go into your craft section at Walmart or even at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, wherever you like to shop. And you can get a package of paint brushes for 25 brushes for around $6. And this probably on its own can run you 11, 12, even more than that. So whichever one you use, perfectly acceptable, does the same thing. All right, so that's contour and highlight. The next thing that you would need is your face powder to set the look. And so you're going to use a translucent loose powder in like a fair or whatever's appropriate for your skin complexion. You could use the no color one, but sometimes that gives you this white overlay. So check that out. See how it's loose? To apply this, you have 2 options. You have a super big powder brush like so, or you could use a powder puff and feel ultra glamorous. This makes me think of the old Hollywood actresses back in the 30s and 40s who used these and not these because these weren't readily available back then. So they had powder puffs, and so super glamorous. So those are all of the tools that you need for facial area number 1. One thing I forgot to mention is before you get started, make sure that you moisturize your face with a good moisturizer, and this is optional, but potentially prime your face as well. All right, so now that really is the end of facial area number 1. Now let's talk about facial area number 2, the eyes. So you need a good eyeshadow. If you're doing a natural look, you're going to want to go with light cream colors and browns. If you're doing a super girly look, you could go with purples, greens, blues. sky's the limit where colors are concerned. You also need, for the eye area, eyeliner. You could use liquid eyeliner, stick eyeliner, gel eyeliner, whatever you like to use. And then, of course, you need your applicators. So for your powder eyeshadows, you're just going to use the applicators that come with them. And they look like this. Like that, little spongy areas that you apply. For your eyeliners, you don't need anything special. All right, so that is the eye part. And then you also need some mascara, and this often comes in handy but is an optional tool to utilize. So that's facial area number 2, the eyes. Now we have facial area number 3, the cheeks. So you're going to need cheek blush, or you could use a bronzer and then something to apply that with. A blush brush, or the brush that comes with it. Either is acceptable. So there's your cheek area. Next, you have your lips. You're going to need a lip liner and a lipstick. And that's pretty much it for your lips. And that's really it. Pretty cool, right? Really simple. And one last tool I want to mention, this right here, is called a stipple sponge. And this is really good for creating 5 o'clock shadows, or what I've used it for is to create rashes when I played a character that had a lot of itchy neck areas and arm areas. And we dabbed this into red face paint and created a rash on my skin. It's great. Stipple. So that's another fun sponge. And then lastly, you have your makeup remover. Makeup remover wipes, perfect tool for this, or baby wipes. This costs $5 or $6. This costs $5 or $6. They do the same thing. Both are great to use. So whichever one you buy, that's fine. So there you have it. There are all the tools that you need for creating a basic stage makeup look and even an old age makeup look. So I can't wait to get started. So we're going to move into facial area number 1 and start looking at how to apply foundation. So check the video links below and let's get with it. I'll see you soon. Bye.